We're in a 2012 Dodge Caravan. I'm going to show you the installation and operation of our LC remote starting system. This one is coupled to an iData Link ALCA and a CH4 T-harness. We're going to do the installation, and I'm going to go over the operation. Basically going to show you what it can do with the 4-button remotes. This vehicle doesn't have power sliders. If it had power sliders, we would be able to control them as well. We're going to do a 4-button, or 5-button they call it, and a single button. I'm going to show you how they work. First thing to installation, I have another video that shows a disassembly of the 2012 Dodge Caravan. Once we have it disassembled to this point, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to reach up, we're going to unplug the ignition from the back. Now this kit works for all the tip key applications, not just Caravan. It works for a lot of different stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug that switch. Really easy to access. There's a retainer clip on the top. I'm going to press the clip, pull down, unplug the ignition. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our T-harness end and we're going to plug that into the ignition, and then we're going to plug the ignition plug that we've unplugged into this junction block or fuse block. Okay, the first step is complete. We're going to go ahead and plug the ignition harness into that. From this point, the remote starter is complete. You only have to plug in that one plug. If you want optional connections like the parking lights, which I'm going to show you later in the video, you can go ahead and connect these. So we would be ready to program the module. We have the module blinking. It needs to be locked in data mode. So it's blinking one flash. We're going to press and hold the program button. Lock the module in. Light's going to go green and go out. It's ready for programming. I'm going to put the key in the ignition and turn the ignition to the on position. The green light is going to flash. At this point, we're going to shut the key off. We're going to take it out, and we're going to press the unlock button on the factory remote. This is going to complete the programming of the iData Link ALCA. From this point on, we can remote start the vehicle with our single button remote by pressing and holding it for 3 seconds. We can start it with our 5-button remote also. So we're going to go ahead, press the 5-button remote. It's going to crank and start the vehicle. Now the runtime is selectable on the LC Pro. There's a couple different selections that we can make. I have it set for 20 minutes. We're going to push the brake with our hand and shut the vehicle off. We can also start it with the factory remote, because it's 3-lock remote start as well. This is going to trigger remote starting also. So as you've seen, once you get the car apart, the system takes about 1 minute to install. Everything's pre-configured, pre-wired, it's all ready to go. If you buy it from me, you take it out of the box and you install it. We're in our 2012 Caravan. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do the parking lights if you have the LC product. The LC product actually has a relay inside for the parking lights. There's a red with a black wire that's your polarity select. We're going to source this for constant positive, and then we're going to connect the white wire to our parking light positive trigger. The parking lights on this vehicle can be done 2 ways. You can do them at the switch on a negative with a 1K resistor, or you can do them down here in the kick panel if you have a relay and you're going to use a positive signal. First thing we did is there's a harness in the back that goes down the door jamb. It goes down into the driver kick panel actually through here. So we've located that harness. So instead of taking off the kick panel, we've just got into the harness up here looking for a white wire with a violet stripe. We've pulled it out, and we're going to verify with a regular light that this is the correct wire. We're going to go ahead and put our test light on the wire, and we're going to turn the parking lights to the on position. The test light should light up if it's the correct wire. So we have our test light lighting and turning off with the parking light switch. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a red 3M tap on this wire. Now, a good spot to source our parking lights for positive signal on these Caravans comes right down through here. Is this yellow with a red stripe? This should test positive as well with the key off. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply a tap to this wire. So in your kit, you'll have a blue and a yellow tap. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a blue tap, or you can use a yellow tap on this wire. From this point, we go ahead and we're going to plug our parking light polarity select wire into the positive power signal on the yellow with a red or orange stripe. And then we're going to go ahead and plug our parking light wire into the white with a violet stripe. At this point, the parking lights are complete, and they will come on when you do a remote start, or if you lock or unlock the vehicle, they'll give you a flash confirmation. I'm going to show you in the next segment of this video. This parking light configuration applies to a lot of vehicles on the CH4 and the CH5 platform. A lot of them can be found in this harness, and it would be white with a violet stripe. Okay, we're at our 2012 Caravan, and I'm going to show you the 3 ways we can start this vehicle. This is with our iDataLink kit. Depending on what you purchase would depend on how you're going to activate the remote starter. If you have a standalone remote starter, you can activate it from the factory fob, as well as all of our LC products you can activate from the factory fob by pressing the close lock button 3 times. This will trigger the remote starter to come on. We've done our parking light interface, so we have parking light control as well. Okay, so we're going to shut it off from the factory remote. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you if you buy a 1-button system, you will also be able to start it with a Crime Stopper long-range single-button remote. This remote has 1,500 plus feet of range. To start the vehicle, press the button for 3 seconds, let it up. It's going to trigger the iDataLink ALCA to start the vehicle. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut it off. Now, if you buy the 4-button configuration or the 5-button, it would give you lock, unlock. It would also give you the trunk release, and it would give you the ability to control the sliding doors by pressing combinations of buttons. Pressing the lock in the trunk will do a slider. Pressing the unlock in the trunk at the same time will do the other slider. Pressing and holding the trunk button will open the rear door. This vehicle is not equipped with power sliders, so I can't show you on this video, but it is available if you do have power sliders. To start the vehicle with this remote, or to lock the vehicle with this remote, you would press the close lock button. To unlock the vehicle with this remote, you would press the unlock button. When you unlock the vehicle, it unlocks all the doors, and it will hold your parking lights on for 30 seconds, lighting your way to the vehicle. To open the rear hatch, we would press the trunk release button. This vehicle doesn't have a power hatch, so we cannot open it that way. If you did have it, you would just have to press that button. To start the vehicle, we're going to press the button with the key. First, lock it to turn off all the lights. Press and hold the button with the key. And we can also shut it off. This remote. I'm going to show you the locking and unlocking. We have priority set with this. And we're going to start it one more time. show you how to install the antenna. Clean a spot on the windshield where you want the antenna to be mounted. Peel the two-sided tape protector. I like to go about an inch down from the top of the headliner. I'm going to pull down lightly on the headliner. I'm going to push the wire in as we advance across. Get to our trim here. Plastic tool. Feed the wire around. Pull the door gasket. Run the wire down, plug it into the unit. Simple. Okay, we're under the dash in our 2012 Caravan. I'm going to show you the zip-up locations that I use. I've routed the main harness down along here, and I've zipped it to this factory harness so that none of our remote starter stuff gets in the way of this steering knuckle here. This is going to turn when you turn the wheel, so we don't want to interfere with that. We've mounted the iData Link module up here, right here, and we've mounted the LC Pro to the wiring harness that comes down on the left side of the driver's dash here. I'm going to back up so you can orientate yourself to where I am in the vehicle. So I'm right under the parking light switch, basically. Very easy installation. Everything zips up nice in here. It's a very neat, clean install. It's perfect for this vehicle and any other Chrysler that has a tip key that falls under the CH4 platform. You can go ahead and look in the description. There's a link right to this product. It's available on Amazon. It can be configured and sent to you directly by priority mail.